Huh? Is that the sound of every single entrepreneur agreeing with me on this? Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Just take 1 second to subscribe. Click the notification bell down below just so that you are aware when I make a new video. Now today we're going to discuss something that is very dear to me. We're going to talk about entrepreneurship. I am an entrepreneur for those of you who didn't watch my last video. The reason why I choose to discuss this topic is because I believe there needs to be some honesty, and I'm pretty sure that a lot of you out there are aware of what entrepreneurs go through and the stages of entrepreneurship and all of that jazz. But some of you don't really have a clue. But I find that some of you see what's put out there and don't really understand the intricacies of being an entrepreneur and what exactly is involved. So let me break it down for you in a couple of minutes. Shall we? Well, becoming an entrepreneur is more than just not working for anybody and setting your own schedule. I know that a lot of people think that entrepreneurs are out there living their best lives just because, you get to see that us people don't work regularly scheduled 9 to 5 jobs, or we always appear to look, especially in entertainment, we always appear to look as though we're having the best time. But really, entrepreneurs, especially at the beginning, have to put in so much work. It is. So since I'm going to get so candid today, let me give you some real tea about what it really takes to become an entrepreneur. First and foremost, do not believe do not believe by any stretch of the imagination that you can become an entrepreneur and have a successful business without making an investment. That is just, ugh, that is not, and I mean a monetary investment. Like, that is absolutely not going to happen. It isn't going to happen. So let's get into it. Starting a business requires money. Don't let anyone fool you. They say that money makes money, and this is very true. Um, this is not to say that someone that does not have a large sum of money, or that doesn't have any money at all, can't become an entrepreneur, because that would be false as well. But at some point in time, for your business to grow, you have to make an investment. You either have to invest in yourself. So let's say, for example, if you want to be a nail technician or a hairdresser, you have to go and take a course that requires spending money. So when you're first starting out, the harsh reality is you do not get paid. This is where passion comes in. This is where it's very important to get into business, especially as a startup and a small business. Get into something that you're passionate about, something that you want to explore, something that you want to see through until the end. If not, no. It's not going to work, because there is no monetary reward in the beginning. Again, this is just based on experiences that I've had, and also, from kind of knowing about becoming an entrepreneur. It's something that people don't tell you, or it's something that you kind of have to be in it to know about it. But trust me when I say, you do not get paid at the beginning. It's a building phase. Everyone wants to work hard, especially when you're working as hard as you are at the beginning. It's like, damn, and then you have to make all these investments, right? You have to invest, like I said, in yourself, in your business, whatever, and you're not seeing any returns immediately. This is where passion, this is where drive, this is where self-doubt creeps in the most. When I say self-doubt, I mean, like, am I really doing the right thing? Should I really be doing this? Should I just go and get a 9 to 5? You may have responsibilities. You may have a family. You may have kids. Like, you may have 110 reasons why you should get a 9 to 5. But it's that passion and it's that drive that will keep you motivated to get into a place where then you eventually start to get paid um, as an entrepreneur or for your services. When you look back, you want to be able to say a couple of things. You want to be able to say you have moved and moved forward, even if it's just a little itsy tiny step. You want to be able to say you've moved forward. You want to be able to say that you're closer to your goal, and you want to be able to say that you have learned something from where you were to where you currently are. Connections. I'd be lying if I told you that connections didn't play a significant role in the success of certain businesses. It is so important to formulate relationships and have those connections where people can feel confident recommending you or recommending your services to other people. So once you've established yourself as whatever kind of business, there's nothing more efficient to me than direct marketing. So, people that you can talk to, like people that you can have use your service just so that they can go and tell others. If you're a tailor, you want to let the hotels know, let the construction companies know that this is what you have, this is what you're offering, this is what you do, this is your company. So that when they have work or they may know other people, because this is the other thing, referrals. So, for me, as an example, I don't have a major social media following for my business. So, if you look at my business page, you'd be like, but because of the types of people that I target, I don't need necessarily a huge social media following for that, right? So, it's important to also know what type of business you are in, your clientele, and market yourself in that way to reach the targeted clientele that you are really trying to get to. Having said that, advertising is important. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm not discounting the positive influence that social media can have on your business, because there really is a space for it. But I'm saying target the audience that you want to target and use the different means that you have at your disposal to target said audience. For me, it is direct marketing, it is connections, it is word of mouth that gets my business. Another important thing is knowing that when you have a small business, you cannot hide behind anyone. Like, this is at you. So, we were working at a bank before, when if you did something wrong or if you didn't do your job efficiently or effectively, people would say, oh, it is this bank, it is that company. No, it is you. That's who you are. Now that person, that you are now that company actually that will be blamed. But this is the harsh reality. Everyone cannot be an entrepreneur. For whatever reason, you may have commitments that require you to have steady income, steady job. You may be risk averse. Whatever the reason, you may just not want to work for yourself and be very comfortable working for someone else. Whatever it is, that is fine. However, what I will say is, whatever job you're doing, do it to the best of your ability. Just keep aiming to climb the ladder and get as high as you possibly can, right? Because we all want to self-actualize. We all want to feel as though we have reached our full potential. So, don't just settle and say, oh, well, I'm in my 9 to 5, I get him my salary, and I get to go here. Try to do better, try to aim higher, and one piece of advice I would give to those who are now starting out, those who are thinking about being an entrepreneur, is when you start, compete against yourself. Don't look and say, because even with this YouTube channel, all the people that I follow um, have millions of subscribers, and it's like, shh. But always remember that they started somewhere as well. So it's never good to look at other people and compare yourself and then say, oh, because then you will be self-defeated, self-doubt again, that devil on your shoulder, actually on both your shoulders, because you swear that it goes in both ears. You really want to compete against you at the beginning and set goals. Your most important friend when you've become an entrepreneur is your goals. Set them and try to meet them. Set your goals, set your dates, set everything, and you just try to keep climbing, keep climbing. So I want to reach 100 views with this video. Is that going to happen? Well, I don't know, but I'm competing against my last video. So, you have to always try to get where you want to get to. And when all of that is done, you will be growing and growing. And here's the other thing. I was about to end the video, but I just remembered something. There is enough space. There is enough space for all of us. We don't need to try to break down, you know, other people to elevate ourselves. Sometimes we can just work together. Working together literally is one of the best things that we can do for ourselves and also for each other. So, yes, we want to be successful and we want to do what we want to. Sometimes you can do it together. Anyways, on that note, I will say goodbye. Thank you for joining me again. And I will be making a new video again next week, Wednesday. Wednesday. So make sure that you comment, make sure you subscribe, make sure you come back because I want to shed some more light and bring you guys a little closer to my life. Yeah, sometimes I just get goofy, but it's no time to end. Bye.